What is up? What is up? What is up, folks? It's time for last minute betting. Time to make some money. Find some plays on OddsJam. We're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Go to oddsjam.com/subscribe right now. Use the code BOB20. I'll get you 20% off. How's that sound? Yes. We have live chat available. And the BetMGM and Fanatics, there are links to sign up to both of those books in the description below on YouTube. And please go to YouTube and subscribe to this channel. We would really, really appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. How's that? All right. Sounds good. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Not a lot of sports tonight. I mean, let's face it, not a lot out there. So we're going to do what we can to find positive EV plays and see what's happening. How does that sound? I will be pulling up positive EV from OddsJam. Let me get everything set up and get myself in my state. Been on calls with people all day. By the way, if you do want a one-on-one call with myself, my Calendly link is in the description of this YouTube video. So jump in on that, man. Good thing to do. Get on a call with me. I can help you. You want to know about the Platinum Plan and how it works? I'm the guy. I can do it. I can help you out. Positive EV. Oh, I got the formula, baby. I got the formula, baby. I'm ready to roll. Once again, we're on YouTube. We are on X and we are on Kick. Kick, this is kind of an experimental thing. I have no idea whether we'll blow it up or not, but we're trying. So not a lot of people out here right now. Jump in. This is last minute betting with me, Bob, right now, powered by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. EV page is up. Let's get into some bets. Let's not mess around here. Let's get right to it. All right. Dodgers -1.5. I'm jumping all over it. They're at home. Now, this is one of those times where a probability I'm really not afraid of. I'm not afraid of the probability of 43% there because it is the Dodgers. Okay. The Dodgers. I'm staying away from Colorado Rockies on money line. Giants and Padres with a nerfy. We'll hit it. And we're going to look at, actually with a Yerfie. I'm sorry. Excuse me. And Twins and A's with a Yerfie. Let's hit it. Love Nerfies and Yerfies. I like to bet them no matter what, to be honest with you. So don't be afraid. All right. Cheers to you all. All right. A little frozen Coke for me today. Okay. Let's see what we're at. What else we got here? Reds -1.5. I'll stay away from that. Not a whole lot here. Twins -1.5. You know what? I like that run line. I'll take that. Brewers and Reds under 7.5. I don't know. Red Sox, first team to score. I'm going to stay away from that, and I'm going to go to player props. Let me change my markets here. Let's change the market width to a maximum of 42. And let's see what we got here. Looking for hits plus runs plus RBIs, no. Freddie Freeman on an under, no. Soto on an under. In Dodger Stadium, you know what? We're going to hit this one. Soto on an under. By the way, live chat once again is available, folks. Okay? Live chat is available. Wow. Sometimes this computer does some really weird things to me. Francisco Lindor over 1.5 player bases. I'll take that. Manny Machado to get an RBI, definitely. And it's at plus 175. So I will take that one. Love me some Manny. Hell of a player, man. Hell of a player. That is for sure. Don't forget, once again, live chat available. Jump in and make a comment or two. We don't care. We're hit. I don't care, at least. I'm the only one here tonight. Nobody else wants to show up anymore. William Contreras to get an RBI. I'll take that. I'll take that. And I did see, what did I just see? I thought I saw player outs. Strikeouts, Severino. Over 4.5. Hit it. Let's hit that. Got to keep an eye on the chat. Jump in. Don't be afraid. Jump in. Let's see. I stay away from player singles anymore. Aaron Savali under 1.5 walks. We'll take it. Pretty good probability there. Pretty good. Tyler Anderson over 4.5 strikeouts. Let's hit that one too. Stay away from Otto. Romy Gonzalez over 1.5 player bases. I like that. Pete Alonso under on RBIs. I actually like that tonight. A lot. A lot of player earned runs on here tonight. Lots of them. Gary Carpenter under 1.5 player bases. We got to hit that one too. All right. There we go. Let's just kind of take a look at what we're going to put in here. And we got several plays right now. We got the Dodgers minus 1.5. We've got a Yurfee in the Padres-Giants game, a Yurfee in the Twins-Athletics game, Minnesota minus 1.5. Juan Soto under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Lindor over 1.5 bases. Machado to get an RBI. Contreras to get an RBI. Over 4.5 strikeouts by Severino. Savali under 1.5 walks. Tyler Anderson over 4.5 strikeouts. Romy Gonzalez over 1.5 player bases. Pete Alonso under on RBIs, meaning no RBIs. Gary Carpenter under 1.5 player bases. That's kind of how we have started off the day today. Hope you guys are doing good. Cheers to you. Might be a short stream tonight. But hey, how about those Pacers? I mean, how about the Indiana Pacers? I mean, come on. Let's give them full props. They deserve it. Going up against a team that, the NBA was rooting for. Hello, Mike. You joined me.
I didn't know you were doing the stream today, man.
It comes up in your notifications.
I never got one for some reason.
Yeah. Anyway, we're talking Indiana Pacers right now. All the credit in the world to them. I don't think they're going to beat OKC, but what a story it would be if they did. I'm definitely the cool thing about it, this is a Midwest series. Pretty well, even though Oklahoma's a little Southwest, it's still kind of a Midwest flavor. And you think the NBA's ticked off that the Knicks didn't get in?
I don't know. I really don't.
Okay.
Probably not. They should have done something about it, I guess.
Like what?
If they wanted them that bad, I guess they could have rigged it. That's what everybody always says.
I know. I'm not
rigged.
one of them.
Well,
I know I'm not one of them rigged guys.
If it is rigged, why didn't they go ahead and rig this one? It was set up to do it.
Right.
You were at you had a game 6. If the Knicks win, you get a game 7 in New York. So
yep. Agreed 100%. Agreed 100%. Well, you got to give credit where credit is due. Were you surprised Siakam got MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals?
Not really.
A lot of people wanting Halliburton.
Yeah. I get it.
The vote was 5-4. So It was close. I think either one was okay.
Yeah, but you look at the closeout game, Siakam, another 30-plus point game.
Right.
Halliburton did have a couple of games where he didn't do a whole lot. They both had the triple-double game for Halliburton, but Siakam pitched in 30 in that one, although it was pretty impressive what Halliburton was able to do with some big-time shots. But, it's a fan vote. And then you got to remember he had the 39-point game. What was that, game 2? What do you have? 3 30-plus point games, Siakam?
Yeah, you're making the case. He deserves it.
Halliburton, you could have won either way, honestly. Halliburton was dynamite in that series as well. He was huge in the game 1 win. Siakam was huge in the game 2 win. The game 3, they lost. Neither one of them really that great, 17 and 20. So that was in a losing effort. And then you had the game where they did both go for 30. And then you had the loss. Siakam still gave you 15. Halliburton gave you 8. Then the closeout game, Siakam with another 30-plus point game. Halliburton with 21, 6, and 13. That's good too. But, yeah, you could have made a case for either one. It is what it is.
Yeah. I was okay with it. Looking at the line right now, obviously Oklahoma City heavily favored. You could get Indiana plus 500 to win this series.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'm betting that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. But, we've doubted Indiana before. A lot of people have. And
I've been doubted the whole playoffs.
Yeah, there was people that thought Milwaukee would beat them in the first round.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And then obviously Cleveland, you know.
Now, I got one for you here that
Here's the key, though, Bob. Indiana, every series has opened up winning the first 2 games of that series. I don't think they win the first 2 in OKC. So they're going to have to do something they haven't had to do, and that is continue to battle and play when they don't have a 2-game lead in the series, because I just don't think OKC's dropping both of the first 2 at home. I can't imagine they lose both of them.
Right.
Maybe they do lose one of them, but losing both, I don't see that happening, you know. And then there was one thing that I think is worth probably mentioning, and that is the fact that the Oklahoma City Thunder had the second best road record in all of basketball. 33-8 was Boston, 32-8 was OKC on the road. So you're not really worried with Oklahoma City going on the road and at any time, you know.
Yeah.
It's not as if they're much better at home than they are on the road. I mean, they're good to go. They swept the Grizz, the Denver series. They were able to win one in Denver. Obviously, having home court helped them there. And then Minnesota, they were able to win the one road game they needed to there.
By the way, Mike, if you've never had a frozen Coke, you should have one. They're really good. I want to share my screen because I want to talk a little NHL. Take a look at who the favorite is in this series. Edmonton. But I want you to look at this, Mike. Bet 365 has Edmonton and Florida at plus 750. That's gotta be a mistake.
Yeah, that's gotta be. Boy, if they're offering that kind of value on either one of these teams,
I mean, you got to bet them both if they are.
Yeah, that's got to be a mistake.
We'll find out pretty quick.
I know we've had problems with Bet 365 here.
Yeah, and that could be what the problem is.
That may be playing into that because I can't imagine that is.
No, I don't think so either. But we're going to find out here real quick.
Yeah, go check it out and see what they are pricing them at.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, that looks like that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I can't imagine that's the case at all.
Yeah, they're cutting down on their customer service here too. All right, let's see if we can find any of this futures. Yeah, okay. To win series. Okay. Series handicap, series total games, series leader. What the heck?
There's no series winner anywhere?
Series handicap, series total games, series correct score, series leader. I'm just going to look at that and see what that even shows. Oh, okay. Here we go. Win only. Oh, this is after 3 games and after 4 games. Come on. That's they don't have any odds for a series winner here, Mike, that I could see.
Okay.
Other than it saying, I think they have the Panthers at plus 110 and Edmonton at minus 130.
That would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense. Now, my question to you is, why are the Oilers so heavily favored?
The only thing I can think of is number one, home ice. advantage here. That's number one. Number two, the revenge factor, the fact these two teams just played each other. If you're Florida, you had a 3-0 lead and that thing slipped away and you ended up in a game 7 that you had at home, though. You don't have that now. So again, momentum means nothing from last year's Stanley Cup final. Other than you could argue Edmonton, the last 4 games, 3 of the last 4 games in that series, Edmonton was by far the better team. Florida squeaked out the game 7 on home ice, but and you see the history of these things when we see two teams play each other back-to-back years. Pittsburgh and Detroit split. The Islanders and the Oilers back in the 70s, they split. I believe the Blues played Montreal back-to-back years. Their first 2 years.
There was no split.
No, there wasn't there. No, I know. But that's what I'm saying. That was the only time we didn't see a split in these situations. So, yeah, that's all I can think. Home ice for Edmonton is one factor. And then the fact that, you got some heavy revenge here. And if you look at Edmonton's path to the finals, they beat Dallas in 5 games, Bob. They beat Vegas in 5 games. They beat the Kings in 6 games, but they won the last 4 of that series. So, you look, you take away the first 2 games against LA, they won 4-6. They've won 13 out of their last 15 games.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand. I'm just going to tell you this, Mike. You're probably going to disagree with me. I think Edmonton by far had the easier road to the cup. First of all, Colorado should have never lost to Dallas. The Mikko Rantanen hat trick screwed it all up. I'm telling you, if Colorado beats Dallas, Edmonton is not in the finals. The Avalanche are. That's my opinion. I think Florida's going to win this series. I'm glad that Edmonton's favored. I'm taking Florida.
First 12 out of their last 14 games they've won.
Okay, Florida.
I don't know how Florida's path was harder than Edmonton's. They played the Maple Leafs, who are known to choke every single year in the playoffs. It's just the last 2 years they finally got out of the first round, and they went 7 games. So Toronto known to choke. Carolina, also another team known to choke in the conference finals. What they had 15 in a row, 14 in a row.
I'm telling
conference finals game, and then they played a Tampa Bay Lightning team that really was not that good of a team. I think the LA Kings were a better team than them.
I'm telling you, Mike, I don't think anybody that Edmonton played, I think Edmonton had an easier go of it. I do not think Ottinger was terrible. Jake Ottinger was
no credit to Edmonton terrible. For that. No credit to Edmonton. That's just Ottinger just was no good, and Edmonton
was terrible.
Because Edmonton,
those first 2 goals he gave up, I'm sorry. That's why he got pulled. He got pulled in the last game because he gave up 2 quick goals that he should have never given up.
They beat the number 1 team in the Pacific that had 110 points. They beat the Dallas Stars, who had 106 points. Carolina had 99 points. Tampa Bay 102.
Okay. So who are you picking? I don't need all these stats because they mean absolutely nothing right now. Who are you picking?
You said Edmonton had the easier road. I disagree.
I think they did. That's my opinion. I don't think Dallas. I think Dallas.
Didn't Edmonton beat Colorado last year anyway? So what good was Colorado going to do this
I believe
year?
they did. Oh, there would have been a big.
So why would Edmonton be scared of them?
Mike, who cares? All right, who are you picking?
I think Edmonton's going to ultimately win,
and I got Florida because Florida did what? They added Seth Jones and Brad Marchand to a cup-winning team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Those two guys, and Marchand especially, are going to make a difference. And look for Kachuk to be looking to get some even with Evander Kane. Do you remember the play where Kane was skating back to the bench and he sucker punched Kachuk in the face?
Okay. The key is going to be here. If Hyman is out this entire series, then yeah, I mean, Edmonton's good. I think it might be tough for them. I think they need him. Unless that just means a heavy dose of Draisaitl and McDavid, and they amp their game up even more.
You know, I'm not convinced. I haven't seen Connor McDavid win a cup yet.
They took Florida. Let's just recap here. They beat Florida in Game 6, 5-1. They beat Florida in Game 4, 8-1. They beat them 5-3 in Game 5. I mean, you're acting like Edmonton, Bob. You're saying how bad Ottinger played. Bobrovsky played terrible in some games too, because it's not because they played bad. It's not the goalie didn't play good. No, Edmonton made them play bad.
Okay,
you know,
Mike, I've watched enough hockey. Ottinger did not have it this playoffs. Sorry. He was not on top of his game. And his coach even said that he had been fatigued. Okay? That's a fact. That came from DeBoer throughout the whole playoffs.
Edmonton has proven they can score. They just did it against the same team.
You're an Edmonton fan.
No,
You're a McDavid fan. I'm not a big fan of either one of them, okay? Good luck to them.
Florida beat Edmonton last year. 2 of their wins were by 1 goal. Edmonton,
who cares? A W is a W.
Because every time Edmonton wins, they win by 2+ goals because
when
St.
Louis won the cup against Boston in 2019.
I don't care about.
There were 2 games they got blown out. It does not matter. They got the 4 wins. Who cares? That goal differential goes out the door.
Because Edmonton has the ability to make goalies play bad. It's not just, well, Ottinger played bad. He was tired. No, Edmonton is just that good.
Okay.
Well, then if you disagree, I don't know what you're
I don't know what you're talking about. But
I just proved it to you. They scored 8
They
goals.
have the ability to make goalies play bad.
They scored 8, 5, and 5 in games 4, 5, and 6. 8 goals, 5 goals, 5 goals.
David had
they did that because
game. Good for him. He won the Conn Smythe. They lost. They're losing again this year.
Okay.
6 games and it's over. Done. Right. It's gonna be Florida.
We'll see.
You know you're afraid.
I mean, I know that that having home ice changes things, and I know Edmonton has the ability to blow a team out.
As far as your home ice is concerned, 25-13-3 in the regular season. So, whatever. Florida was 27-12-2 in the regular season.
Again, it's regular Stanley Cup final. Stanley Cup final, I don't give a crap about that. I want home ice for the Stanley Cup final. That's all I know. I'd rather have it than not.
I mean, really? Do you really need Game 7 at home? You know how many times the road team has won Game 7?
So if you're Edmonton, oh my God, I can't ever finish. If you're Edmonton, you just played a Game 7 last year. You lost by 1 goal in their building. Wouldn't you rather have had that in your building? Yeah, you would.
I don't think when Game 7 comes along, I don't think it really matters. Game 7 is Game 7, man.
Okay. I'd rather have it in my building than not in my building.
I don't think it works that way in hockey like it does in the NBA. Sorry. If you look at the stats, a lot of home teams lose Game 7. They even talk about it on the broadcast.
For the Stanley Cup Finals?
I'm talking about in playoffs. This is the
finals. I don't care about round 1, 2, and 3. This is the finals, bro. I don't get you. I don't get you, dude. You'd rather not.
I never said that.
Well, here you go.
I'm saying it doesn't matter.
Hey, hold on. Let me finish without getting yelled at and interrupted. Because you're full of it. In Stanley Cup final game sevens, home teams have a historically
Well, I
strong
know. I
record,
see it. 12-5.
winning 12 out of 17.
But however,
matchups.
road teams have won the last 3 game sevens. So hush, it don't matter.
Sure it does. It just proves that it does. 12-5.
Not in today's NHL. The road team has won the last 3 game sevens.
They have. Edmonton lost last year, dude. What are you smoking?
That's
Edmonton
exactly
lost.
what you pulled it up on Google, dude. I did too. That's exactly what it says. It says the home team has a 12-5 record according to NHL.com. However, road teams have won the last 3 game sevens in the Cup final. That's what it says.
I don't know how Edmonton all of a sudden played on the road last year in game 7.
Then Google's got it screwed up.
Something does, because I remember that game being in Florida. I don't know. So once again, today's NHL, it does matter. Edmonton just lost.
This game.
Yeah, Florida wins 4-3. Yeah, that game was in Florida, game 7 last year. So.
But I don't know why they put that in there like that.
I don't know. I don't even see that.
That's a mistake.
No, I don't even see that. I don't know how you got that result. I got the results I got, and
okay, Mike. Home team record in game 7 of Stanley Cup Finals. I mean,
yeah, it's dating back to 20. That's a bonk stat. It's going back to 2019.
I'm just going to throw this at you right now, okay?
2019. It's not updated from last year. Last year's not added into it.
That's not my fault.
Well, no, you should have seen the dates. It says right here, road teams have won the last 3 game sevens, 09 Pittsburgh, 2011 Boston, and 2019 St. Louis. Well, we know last year was a game 7, and we know it was in Florida.
Well, that's AI. That's an AI overview, okay? So there goes your AI bullshit, folks.
Well,
how good did that work?
No, you need Mike eye. That's what you need.
I guess.
Absolutely. I just got you everything you needed to know and shut your opinion down. And
it doesn't matter. The point is that it's not a big advantage in game 7s at home.
Okay. It just was last year, so.
Oh, my God. It wasn't a big advantage.
Sure it was.
That's why they won by 1 goal.
They won several games by 1 goal. Florida has not had the ability to beat Edmonton by a lot.
Tristan will be on here tomorrow. We're coming after you. We're ripping into you. We're gonna smack you around, Mr. McDavid. Mike McDavid, folks. Give it up for Mike.
Best player in last year's Stanley Cup final, that's for sure.
Mike D.
best player in last year's finals.
And what did it get him?
Conn Smythe.
Nothing else.
Well, okay.
He didn't win.
He was still the best player in that series. And now he's out for vengeance, dude. Just wait. Just freaking wait.
Go. I hope he is out for vengeance. I'm going to tell you one thing right now. If I'm Florida, I'm knocking his ass around.
He's he's pretty big. He's not a guy you just beat around. I'm going to
get in his face. I'm going to get in his kitchen.
That'll do nothing to him. He's a Crosby type, dude. He's big body.
I'm going to get in that goaltender's face.
And then Corey Perry's going to handle any cheap shots.
Corey Perry and Evander Kane and Marchand and Kachuk.
Oh, give me.
Kachuk will whip up on Kane.
No, Perry will beat that. No, give me Perry. Perry will handle that.
In a fight against Kachuk?
Oh, yeah.
You're nuts.
Corey Perry. I think Evander Kane may get the better of Kachuk.
Oh,
Evander Kane's a known fighter.
All right. Well, let's get it on.
A known fighter. Yeah, let's get it on, baby.
Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. All right. You got anything else? Because I'm ready to get out of here.
No, I've got nothing after hearing your crap here.
Yeah, no shit, man.
I don't even know what you're talking about half
a bunch
the time.
Of ridiculous. Yeah, man. Talk about dissing the Stanley Cup champion. Wow. Wait till Tristan hears this.
I just
I'm
gave
messaging
facts.
him right now. Message him right now.
All I gave was facts. That's all I did.
I'm messaging him, dude. You're in trouble. Mike is on the Oilers. Yep, that's what you're doing.